The basic observations here of sort of what's in front of us is that there's no question that you always, the web, in my opinion, just has 3 channels. If it was a TV, it would have 3 channels. It would have a utility channel, it would have an entertainment channel, and an innovation channel. And so it just so happens that the entertainment channel, there's a lot of content on that channel. It's hard to really stand out there. The utility channel, endless opportunity to provide utility. Why? Because these devices are changing every day. There's a new connector or a new touch point that connects to something else. And as builders of the web, we have an opportunity to drive utility in creating these services. And then obviously there's innovation. So anything within social of the web needs to hit on one of these 3 things. If you're going the utility path, the only way to do it right is to understand user behavior. You need to be able to identify the user need and then wrap your service around delivering that user need. In social, I think that this whole notion of broadcast versus conversation probably makes the most sense to have a conversation. And when you're having a conversation, have a relationship-changing objective. Understand maybe what your sort of deepest secret is within your organization and expose that through a conversation and have a relationship and change the relationship as a result. And then most importantly is this notion of be transparent. Being transparent is sort of considered a trend, but it's really sort of laughable. You have no choice. We're no longer creating the content. Other people are creating it for us. You can't hide it. So to try to change that, it just makes no sense. So obviously being transparent is not really a choice. It's sort of just something we just have to accept. And then I think ultimately where this is really exciting is that there's a ton of buzz about social media and Web 2.0, but the reality of it is there haven't really been that many great ideas. We're sort of still in the infancy where we're like Cro-Magnons using our iPhones. And there's no question that within the next X amount of years, there's going to be huge ideas that drive on some of these concepts. So there's a ton left to do. The Old Navy campaign was essentially similar to what you just asked, sort of reigniting the brand around fashion and fun for all, creating these supermodel things, playing on the attention of these Us Weeklies and these celebrities that haven't really done anything. Who are they? But they're still celebrities. So Old Navy is playing on that culture and creating their own celebrities and then these supermodel things. Great way to drive awareness on television and sort of bring the brand back to its roots. But online, you can't just post a spot about models, supermodel things. It's funny, the entertainment channel is really fun. So what we did is we created this notion of oldnavyweekly.com. It's taking what used to be a print circular that's in a newspaper and applying it online. But not applying it online where you're just flipping through a paper or circular. It's actually an interactive tool where you're able to essentially look at the models and play certain games. But the more you play, the opportunity to find a coupon content. So essentially, it's become a coupon hunting site where you present new product every week, and as you click around and play these games, trigger a coupon to buy or sell. And so in some cases, the coupons are up to 75% off. Usually will last for that week. So people started to understand this, and we have this title called Deal Seeking Moms. Deal Seeking Moms would be hitting refresh on this site on Thursday before it launches to be the first ones to the coupon. Our 75% off coupons would go in usually under 20 minutes. And so in terms of results, the idea was tap into the full ecosystem with an objective. And in this case, the objective was to drive in the store. What's the best vehicle for driving someone in the store? Undoubtedly a coupon. So these coupons were so popular, we started seeing them being sold on eBay. So someone would go to the site, get the coupon, and go to eBay and sell it and make money. And then we found a guy that was selling a guide for how to find the coupons. And I actually bought it, and he was right. He figured it out. And so, in terms of results, this is the campaign. The campaign's lasted 30 weeks. 10 million unique visitors in 30 weeks. 390,000 coupons redeemed in store. Because again, this is all trackable, right? From the web all the way to the store, we know what they're buying. $22 million in gross sales, and then $7 million in net incremental sales, which is a retail term that sort of takes away the discount, takes away this concept of incrementality. People who live out in the store anyway, they're just waiting to get the coupon. And these are the only results that matter. And if you look at the time from the campaign start to where we are today, roughly against these competitors, Old Navy, Target, Kohl's, Penny, Old Navy is now out competing that group. And again, it's based on the full notion of the brand story, where the supermodel is, and then driving that utility online. Any other questions?
Is your agency still doing a lot of microsites, or is most microsites shifted to more like the social media?
It's a good question. I think that people would like to say that microsites are dead, and fact is that they're not totally dead. People are are still building them. What I've found is that the microsite is alive and well, but it's what you said. It's either inside of a social network, or it has social network connectivity using a Facebook Connect or a Google Connect. Because the digital me wants to navigate the web with your posse, so to speak. So you go where you go, you want that group to go with you, and that's what these Connect technologies enable on a microsite. And then the other area where the microsite is alive as well is inside of something else. So more and more you're seeing these rich media takeovers, extremely intricate sites that even have not transactional capability, but certainly quite a bit of storytelling capability, all inside of an app. And so those are the two areas where I see microsites. Display ads will become microsites, and then connectivity. And now that a lot of the e-commerce sites are opening up their sites with APIs that allow you to build transaction capability outside of the e-com. So when the internet first started, it was incredible. You could go to this thing called the .com to make a purchase. You didn't have to go to the store. Well, very soon, you're not going to need to go to the .com to make a purchase, because your banner is going to have a video, which will have a product placement, which will have a buy button, and you'll be able to just buy it right there. And so that's significantly going to change the web purchase pathway, and another perfect example of how we don't control consumer behavior on the web. It's on its own, but finding ways to tap into those behaviors are where the opportunities are. Great. Well, I think that wraps it up. Thank you very much.